Hello again, I'm Tripp Rogers, and this is Tripp's Take. You know, I have been on the radio and I've been playing music on the radio for well over 45 years. And, you know, when I was younger, I used to love to listen to the radio. You sing along with it. And I used to love the music I played. I used to love Top 40. I really did. And I would sing along. I wouldn't give a lot of thought to the lyrics. Now, some of the lyrics I did understand, but as you get older, you start to understand lyrics a little more. And the other part of it is that, well, certain songs have hidden meaning that you don't realize until you've listened to the song for quite some time. And, you know, it's funny, as I get older now, I'm in my 60s, I listen to some songs and songs that I have been playing and have heard for 30, 40, 50 years, and they have a different meaning for me. And I react to them differently. And I figured I would talk a little bit about this because the other day, Sunday morning, I was out, I was running some errands, and I was listening to the radio station I work at, Q105.3 in Savannah, Georgia, and I heard the song Fast Car come on by Tracy Chapman. Now, I was never a Tracy Chapman fan. I saw her on the Amnesty Tour in 1988 in Philadelphia, where she was on tour with Sting and Bruce Springsteen, among those who appeared in the Amnesty Tour. And I was never impressed. I just was not impressed with her music, and I wasn't impressed. But I have to tell you, the last couple of times I have heard the song on our radio station, it kind of hit me because I listened to the song and I listened to the lyrics. And of course, being older, I have some perspective on it too. And it's a song about somebody who is trapped in a relationship and somebody who is flirting with homelessness and flirting with poverty. But again, I never thought about this until I listened to the song. You know, there are some songs that just reach out and grab you right away and you understand what they mean. The song Butterfly Kisses, remember that one from the 1990s? Well, unfortunately, I worked at a radio station that played it. Bob Carlisle was the name of the guy who did the song, and I couldn't play it because I'd get too emotionally shook up because of my daughter having just been born, and I got that. It just was very hard for me to play that song, and I still won't play it. I still won't. The perennial Christmas classic, New Shoes. Oh yeah, no. I do not play that. I can't play that song. It just the meaning of that song, just the lyrics, just. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm jelly every time I play it. Another song that I enjoyed when I was a kid was a big hit for Wayne Newton in 1972 called Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. I didn't understand what it meant, although kind of I did because it was talking about a divorce, and I was a child of divorce at that time. But when I became older, I really understood that song, and when I became a divorced dad, well, let's just say I do not like that song. I do not listen to that song. Now, there have been a couple of occasions where I've had to play it on music yearbook shows, and I will play it under protest. But you're not going to catch me talking about it that much. You're not going to catch me listening to it. One of the great things is that I'm able to not have to record everything in real time and listen to the song. Another song that affects me is Don't Cry Daddy by Elvis. I mean, again, you talk about it different meaning when you're at a different point in your life. And it's funny because, again, I used to listen to music. You know, I would take my daughter to swim practice and I would have to kill time. So I would always bring my iPhone or my iPod and I'd listen to music. And there are songs that just really, really struck me by listening to them. And one of those songs is Say Maybe by Neil Diamond. I love that song. Well, I love a lot of Neil Diamond songs, but again, the song struck me just because of the lyric content. You know, it's funny, we don't listen to songs that much, but I do recommend you try listening to them because you might find a different meaning in things, and you may find something that you did not know about a couple days before, or a couple weeks before, even a couple of years before. Like I said, there's a lot of great lyrics in music. You just got to listen for them and listen closely, and you will find a whole new world out there, really, a whole new world. So I just mentioned that because it's something that has always struck me. I mean, everybody has their favorite artist, has their favorite groups, but when you really listen to some of the songs, it really hits you. And especially as you get older, your taste change, but you'll also have a different perspective from what you're listening for. And that's going to do it for Tripp's Take for October the 12th, 2023. I'd love to hear your comments and questions about my podcast. Feel free. Email me, trippstake@gmail.com. Fantasy football players, the Hall of Famer Mike Scheck and yours truly, ready to help you win your fantasy football league. The Fantasy Sultans podcast is available on Spotify for podcasters. You can also find it on YouTube. Just search for the Fantasy Sultans. And you can also find Tripp's Take now on YouTube. We'll put the video on there, and we post at the same time we post our podcast on Spotify for podcasters. If you like the music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and you want to listen to some of the songs I'm talking about, listen to WTRSradio.com. Join us again next week. Until then, I thank you for watching, listening. I'm Tripp Rogers. Make it a great one.